This is King Noble Black Supremacy, and with this particular video I want to talk about how we need to stop being spiritually deep but circumstantially weak. And this is very important because the conscious community is a very spiritual community. They have a lot of knowledge and information, history, metaphysics, a lot of spiritual sciences. But a lot of times, and oftentimes, they end up circumstantially weak. Meaning when the shit hits the fan, they're nowhere in the room or nowhere to be found. They're shaken by the most minuscule situations and circumstances. They spiritually deep, but they circumstantially weak. In challenging and trying circumstances, they find it difficult to summon the spiritual power to overcome those situations. They cannot apply their spiritual knowledge and information to amount to total victory for themselves and the race. They, just like everybody else, with a lot of spiritual information, everybody else with the information, while everybody else don't have the ego about how much knowledge or how much spiritual information they have or how much history of black people that they know, they're in the same boat with you because they cannot apply the information that they have, or they have no desire to apply it. They wear it like a dajiki. It's just for spiritual events. It's just when you get around other so-called conscious people, you can sound deep and sound informed. But when it comes down to the circumstance where you need spiritual fortitude, you need higher consciousness, you need an evolved approach, you need to pull power from another place to guarantee your victory. You need that peace, that calm, and that confidence of one with true spiritual wisdom and spiritual knowledge. You don't have it. The situation overrides you, breaks you down, brings the worst out you, not the best out you, brings anger, self-defeat, contempt. For some of you all, you even become suicidal. Spiritually deep but circumstantially weak. No power over yourself, no self-control, no discipline, no warriorhood approach to life challenges. Where you need your spirituality the most, you're absent. You're negligent. See, the true spiritual depthness, the true spiritual depth should turn you to a superhero. Till you can't wait till there's a problem. You can't wait till there's a situation for you to show how evolved you are internally within yourself as a supreme being. You can't wait to show that you truly are the bigger person, that you have a higher perspective, that you have an advantage based upon your wisdom and your insight. You can't wait. You should be like a superhero. Got your spiritual uniform ironed and pressed out. So when a situation happens, you can step up and say, I'm prepared for this moment. I'm ready for this situation. I have everything I need. All the artillery and arsenal that I need to win. I got it. And that superhero is thankful every time they get to rise to the occasion, to show the power that they have. But see, we don't have spiritual knowledge in a way that is applicable. We don't think it has to be. We're event junkies. We're information junkies. We're hoarders of knowledge. We've been overtaken by the information age. to why we're informed, but what we're informed about is irrelevant. And the moment proves it. The moment proves it that we don't have the backbone to transform ourselves to what is necessary to succeed in any situation and circumstance. We spiritually deep, but we circumstantially weak, and that spirituality must be converted over to day-to-day activity where there is proof and evidence of your evolution and of your ascension day to day. Well, when we see how the ignorant person reacts and responds to a situation, how the made nigger responds, and how the black self-realized God and goddess respond, there should be a different response. There should be a different methodology. There should be a different reaction. But those who claim to be spiritual succumb to the same type of ignorant antics that those who have no knowledge of themselves, nor have they ever been exposed to it. And some of them are even stronger and have more humility, more self-control, and more discipline to function in the real world than those who have read all of the spiritual holy books and all of the metaphysical information and been to all the lectures and the teachers. Your spiritual depthness must add up in your physical bank account, in your energetic bank account. You can't be spiritually deep and depressed, spiritually deep and angry, spiritually deep and agitated, and easily provoked. They don't go together. If you're going to be spiritual deep, that deepness must be converted into energy to transform your mortal self and into the likeness of an eternal God, of an eternal being, with a grasp over universal consciousness. That it must add up in the expansion of consciousness, where now you can go in the matrix now. You can function within the matrix reality and show the glitches and the holes and the infinite potentials and possibilities even within it. You can decode the matrix and dissolve the matrix into the spiritual world through your very presence, because you express your awakening. And you expel devils and demons in real life circumstances through your awakened consciousness. We got to stop being spiritually deep and circumstantially weak. That our empowerment must add up in physical reality, and we must accept the challenges of the day as opportunities to bear witness to our spiritual elevation in character, in the choices and decisions that we make, in our discipline, in our fortitude, in our composure, in our confidence, in our esteem. And we must be consistent to show that the transformation is complete and has actually occurred. Or otherwise, it's just in a book, it's just information, it's just on a DVD. It's just clickism. And for some, it's just spookism. It's just cool to talk about. It's like people who are nutritionists and know all about veganism and health and diet, but they still eat meat. That their health consciousness does not translate over into a healthy diet, into a fit life, into a healthy existence. People know everything about relationships and soulmates and spiritual mates and the proper way to have relationships, but they single and can't stand another motherfucker. They can't stand to be in a relationship with somebody else. It's not translating, it's not converting. Spiritually deep but circumstantially weak. True spiritual depth will show itself in circumstantial strength, readiness, preparedness. True spirituality is the proper preparation that prevents poor performance in real time. It's King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Donate and don't hate.